Welcome back to Inside the Markets, local voices and global insight from GMS Podcasts. I'm Jamie Dalzell, head of GMS Singapore Office. Today we return to Japan, a market known for its discipline, foresight, and commitment to doing things the right way. If you listened to our earlier Japan episode, you'll remember that we spoke with Amit Malhotra, head of GMS Japan, just as the Hong Kong convention was coming into force. A few months later, that convention is now fully active, and the global recycling scene looks very different. Steel prices have slipped back into the high 300s. India has dropped below the $400 per ton level. Bangladesh is steady around 420, and cash buyers everywhere are facing pressure. But Japan, as always, moves at its own pace, guided by long-term thinking. Amit-san, great to have you back on the show.
Thank you, Jamie. Always a pleasure to join and share what's happening here in Japan.
Let's start with the market. Prices have softened, and activity across the subcontinent is quiet. Are Japanese owners reacting to these changes, or is it business as usual?
Honestly, not much reaction so far. Japanese owners don't have any recycling vessels firmly working at the moment, so the market drop hasn't caused any major concern for them. They have never been overly price sensitive. They sell the best level available at that time, both for the second hand and recycling. Of course, that they prefer stronger prices, but their main focus is on compliance, safe recycling, and environmental responsibility. There is the priorities that drive decision making here.
That sounds consistent with the Japanese approach, long-term responsibility over short-term gain. Now that the Hong Kong Convention has been in force for a few months, how are Japanese owners handling IHM maintenance and compliance? Are you seeing more activity through sustainable ship and offshore recycling program?
Yes, slowly but steadily. Since there have been very few Japanese vessels recycled so far, IHM maintenance is not an urgent priority. However, we are seeing more engagement recently. One Japanese owner approached GMS to use our SSORP program purely for IHM preparation, including part 1, 2, and 3. That vessel was sold to another cash buyer, but the owners choose GMS because they trust our technical expertise under the Hong Kong Convention. This shows that owners now see us not only as a cash buyer, but also a technical partners who can deliver the compliant and sustainable recycling solutions.
That's an important shift. It feels like the relationship is becoming more about partnership and less about transactions. Looking ahead, which vessel types from Japan are most likely to head for recycling in the coming months?
The volume will still be limited, but steam turbine LNG carriers remain the most probable candidates. Beyond that, there's not much difference between vessel types or sectors. The main factor will be vessel age and how it fits into each owner's long-term efficiency and compliance plans.
That makes perfect sense. Japan always takes a structured approach to timing. Given this uncertain environment, how is GMS helping Japanese owners plan ahead?
Our strength is expertise, flexibility, and speed. We work closely with owners to design tailor-made solutions that match their specific needs. Whether it's an exit strategy or the mid-age vessels or the compliant recycling plan. We act as a partners, not just buyers, and provide the right structures and guidance so the owners can make informed decisions when the time is right.
That's very true. Partnership is the key word. Before we close, let's finish with a quick flash forecast. Amit, give us your short view on what to expect for the Japanese market in the next few months.
Sure. For the rest of 2025, the market will stay calm, with very limited Japanese tonnage expected. Steam turbine LNG carriers will continue to be the most likely recycling candidates into early 2026, And we expect to see more owners engaging in SSORP and IGM services as they start preparing for the compliance need well in advance. It's quite market for now, but the busy time for the recycling will come. And now is time for the groundwork and to be prepared. どうも今日はありがとうございました。我々は、GMS としてリサイクリングのニーズを、そしてソリューションを提供するパートナーとしてこれからも日本のオーナー様の、ニーズを考えサービスを提供させていただければと思います。どうもありがとうございました。
That's a great perspective, Amit. Calm waters, but with strong undercurrents of preparation and foresight. Thank you for joining us and for sharing the latest view from Japan.
Thank you, Jamie. Not a problem at all.
And that wraps up this week's episode of Inside the Markets from GMS Podcasts. The global recycling scene may feel uncertain, but Japan shows us the value of patience, responsibility, and smart planning. I'm Jamie Dalzell. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time with more insights from across the world.